So how long has this weekend been for you to build up to finally having this New Japan show here in the United States?
Yeah, I mean, since they announced that we'd be coming out here, it's been counting the days. You know, I would have loved to have been in America more often. You know, we have the working relationship with ROH. I did do some PWG stuff actually in California, but you know, visa issues and all that prevented me from coming here. So it's been a long time coming. And to make my return with New Japan Pro Wrestling, the company I'm contracted with, it's really exciting. I'm really happy, and I'm glad I can represent them for my American return.
What's it like then to be part of the Elite? To see where the Elite has grown, especially this past year?
Yeah. I mean, we just had a mission, right? We had a mission 2 years ago where we kind of took a step back and we looked at the landscape of professional wrestling and said, like, as a joke, I mean, we would just hang out together and we would say, okay, well, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, these guys suck. I can't believe how bad this guy sucks. And it was all a laundry list of how much crap was in the wrestling world. And this is stuff that's on TV. This is stuff that's on pay-per-view. So we're like, okay, why do we understand this? Why are we the only ones that get this? And why are we the only ones that can change it? So that's why we decided to make the Elite. And it wasn't because, it's not an ego project. It's not because, okay, we think we're better than everyone else and we're gonna carry ourselves that way. No, no, no. It's because we genuinely dislike so much of what's on TV, and we see that people, the fans, are disappointed too. We do it for the fans. We love our fans. We love people that love wrestling. We love wrestling still, or at least a part of us does. We still have that part of us that goes back to when we were kids, when we couldn't wait to watch the next episode of, you know, WWE Saturday Night's Main Event or whatever. We want to bring back that fun to professional wrestling. And not only that, but we want to do more than the average wrestler does for their fan. That's why we came up with being the Elite. So pretty much everything that we do is all for, you know, the business that we love and the fans that we love. And we feel that we do it at a level that no one else can even touch. And that's why we call ourselves the Elite.
What's it mean to you to have your merchandise available in Hot Topic, given that it's a U.S. company and you've made your name in Japan for so much of
It's the coolest thing in the world. I mean, to finally be in stores all over America, and I guess soon enough all over Canada too, where I can just go to any mall and I can see my shirt in a Hot Topic. It really is something that I never thought would happen. Because I mean, when I used to go to Hot Topic as a kid, I would go there to get a shirt of my favorite band or something. Now if I go to a Hot Topic, I see a ton of WWE shirts lining the walls. So to see, you know, bands, TVs, movies, WWE merchandise, and then, you know, Bullet Club, Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, it's like when one of these things isn't like the other, you know what I mean? But it's awesome, and I hear it's moving really well, it's selling well, and that's why we're going to be in stores all over well, not all over the world, but all over North America. Mm-hmm. So really exciting stuff. I hope the ball keeps rolling, and hopefully more exciting news to share in the near future.
You talk about how much fun you're having with the Elite, and we've seen the impact that the Bullet Club has had over the last few years, and then now you're more with the Elite. When did you start to realize or really feel like you were changing the business?
You know, as soon as we kind of on the fly kicked out AJ from Bullet Club, that was really something that the three of us had decided on the spot. It was our own brainchild that we took upon ourselves to act upon. And you know, ever since then, we had sort of trusted more so our vision of what pro wrestling should be. And that's why we started to make little skits that we would put online. We'd upload them to Instagram or YouTube or Twitter. Eventually, that's why we made Being the Elite. This is the kind of voice the things that we don't get the storyline leeway to do on our shows, or get the TV time to do on our shows. We have stories that we want to tell, and we have things that we want to say, and there's not necessarily enough time on a show or during a match to do these things. But we feel like it adds layers to the matches, to our characters, to the characters we're wrestling against. I mean, we've had the story arc with Adam Cole. You know, we have stories with Marty Skrull, the DM, Dave Meltzer, Cody Rhodes. These are all things that, because I'm mainly in New Japan, Bucks are mainly in ROH, it's tough to bridge the gap and to tie these things together, tie up the loose ends. Being the Elite makes that happen. And yeah, once we really started to get the ball rolling on Being the Elite, and once we started knocking out our big matches, just knocking them right out of the park. You know, my Intercontinental run, the G1, Tokyo Dome. It's afforded us a little bit of creativity, well, not creativity, but creative leniency from the powers that be. We kind of have carte blanche to do whatever we want, and it's great because now we are telling stories in the ring, outside the ring, and even tying both those parallels together, where there's the in-ring story, the out-ring story, and then, you know, there's that crossover as well.
When you talk about your vision of wrestling, how much do you think that has changed the wrestling industry now and what we see from various promotions around the world?
Yeah, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I think people have taken notice about how I do things, and they don't quite understand the answers. They don't understand why it is what I'm doing is so much better than everything else. The short answer for me is it's because I wrestle with my heart, I wrestle with my passion, and I put a lot of thought into everything that I do. I use my brain. People think that if they just take my moves, that they become the next Kenny Omega. It doesn't work that way. I try to tell stories that humans can relate to, because I'm just a human being, I'm just a guy, and it helps being just a guy. I think actually being from just Winnipeg in the middle of nowhere really helped me to stay grounded, because I had to work up from the indies there. I had to work up from the indies in Japan. Now I'm in this big company, New Japan, and I'm put into the highest of pressure situations where people not only expect me to fail, people want me to fail. They don't want me in this position, but I don't. So now people are looking for the answer. Why does Kenny keep hitting it out of the park? And like I said, the short answer is because I wrestle with emotion. I'm not a technical mastermind. But because of the stories that I tell using my heart and the stories that I've cooked up in this crazy brain of mine, they become memorable. And I think they become stories that people have interest in. Not only just like crazy hardcore wrestling fans, like how I was, but the casual fan, the non-wrestling fan. Everyday person can come watch a show and have fun. And I think that's what me and the Young Bucks are all about. We're trying to tell stories that are just as easy to understand as an episode of Seinfeld or The Simpsons. Kind of like a variety show, if you will. Sometimes I have my serious moments, sometimes I have my heart-wrenching moments, sometimes there's funny moments. Just kind of try to be a jack of all trades and just be an entertainer.